Hello, morning everybody. Welcome back with me. In this occasion, I would like to explain to you about something that I learned in my class. Ta-da! It's about basic translation theory. So before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Nafisa Warda. You can call me Nafisa. I'm 20 years old, and my student number is B0324090. When you learn about translation, you should know these three things. The first one, you will learn about types of translation, and will be three things that you should know. The second one, you will learn about translation process that I will explain to you. It's according to Nida and Taber and Bethgate. So we will learn about both of them and we will compare. And the third one, you will learn about types of meaning. It is very important, especially for you who want to be a translator. You should watch my video till the end. Okay, are you ready, guys? Take your notes. First thing first, we will learn about types of translation according to the language involved. Okay, there are three types of translation. Okay, let's move to the first one. The first one is intralingual translation. What is intralingual translation? You can see the explanation here. Intralingual translation is an interpretation of verbal signs by means of other signs in the same language. Okay, in the same language. The example is translation from English to English. How can it happen? It's like different dialect. Like, there are many dialect in English. I will give you the example. The example is like, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. You can see here, don't hurt me. It's different, but it's same. Okay, it's like just different accent, just different dialect. So it's like African American English, not like really English. Yes, that's English, but it's just different dialect. Many things actually you can translate from Indonesia to Indonesia, or from English to English, from Arabic to Arabic. I will give example from Indonesia to Indonesia. Aku merasa haus, and then aku merasa dahaga. What difference between haus and dahaga? Same, just different words maybe, but both of them means thirsty. I think you understood. So let's move to the second type of translation. Yay! The second type of translation is intersemiotic translation. Intersemiotic translation is an interpretation of verbal signs by means of signs of non-verbal sign system. Okay, I think you will know if you look at my example. Yes, the traffic signs. The signs can give you instruction. Yes, like instruction like prohibited U-turn, like no parking. Okay, understood? The second example, you can see here, this is sign language that commonly used by deaf and speech impaired. The second type of translation, it's maybe easy to understand. So let's move to the third type of translation. Okay, the third is interlingual translation. The explanation here, an interpretation of verbal signs by means of some other language. Okay, other language. Very easy, like usually we translate the example from Indonesia and from English to Indonesia. So look at the examples here. The first one is I love you from Indonesia to English, from English to Indonesia to be aku cinta kamu. The second one is thank you from English, it be salamat to Tagalog. Yeah. The third one is from Korean to Japanese is sarangyo to aishiteru. Okay, understood it. Very easy. So in these types of translation, there are three types of translation. The first is intralingual translation. It's like translation in the same language, English to English, Indonesian to Indonesian, Arabic to Arabic. The second is intersemiotic translation. Intersemiotic translation is translation by non-verbal sign system like a sign language or traffic signs. Here, the example. And the third is interlingual translation. It's like, yes, like general translation from English to Indonesia. Okay, from the one language to other language is interlingual translation. I hope you can understand in this explanation about types of translation. Okay, if you understood, let's check it out and move to the translation process. Translation process. The first one is translation process according to Nida and Tabet. There are 5 steps. The first one is source language text. Yeah, you get source language text and then you analysis, and then transfer into another language that you will translate. and then after transfer, you restructuring, or make it tidy again. After restructuring, and then receptor language translation, and then done. Okay. So there are 5 steps about translation process according to Nida and Taber. And then let's move to translation process according to Bethgate or Ronald H. Bethgate. There are 7 steps. It is different a little bit. Okay, the 7 steps. The first one is tuning. It's like tuning the source language. It is a little bit same. And then analysis. You analyze a text or something that you will translate. The third is understanding. Yeah, after analysis, you need understanding. And then terminology. You make it. You like restructuring, but you have to do it before restructuring. You look for the vocabularies which is match, and then after terminology, restructuring, make it easy to understand, and then you check. So the last is discussion. The difference between translation process according to Nida and Taber and translation process according to Ronald H. Bethgate. The first one is 5 steps and the second one is 7 steps. So let's compare them. You can see in the table that I made, there are aspect and then translation process by Nida and Taber and then Ronald H. Bethgate. The first aspect is start point. At the start, Nida and Taber start with source text, and then Bethgate start with tuning. Tuning like mental preparation, before he translate, he need mental preparation. And then the second aspect is initial step. It's same analysis, but in Nida and Taber, analysis, grammar and meaning, and then in Bethgate, analysis deeper and more layered. What is deeper means here? It means he is translate like the culture and then the style of language. Yeah. But Nida and Taber just analyze grammar and meaning. The third aspect is focus on meaning. How Nida and Taber focus on meaning by transfer, like mental process. It means Nida and Taber is transfer from the source text or from the speaker to the translator. But in Bethgate, there's understanding. What is understanding means here? It's like deep grasp of content. So we have to understand deeply before we translate something. Okay, next aspect is terminology handling. In Nida and Taber, there is no terminology handling. I mean, it's implicit. What about in Bethgate? They use explicit step for terminology research. There are steps for the terminology. And then the next aspect is reconstruction. What is reconstruction? It's like restructuring. By Nida and Taber, it's naturally restructuring. Just restructure in general. But in Bethgate, restructuring with stylistic accuracy. So they restructure the text with stylistic. Like they use style, not just restructure, not natural. Okay, the next aspect is revision step. In Nida and Taber, not emphasized. It means like not really important maybe. But in Bethgate, they are checking and discussion as case steps. Checking and discussion are really important. But in Nida and Taber, not emphasized for the revision step. Next aspect is style of translation. The style of translation by Nida and Taber is natural and communicative. But in Bethgate, artistic, refined, and precise. Because they analyze more detail than analyzed by Nida and Taber. Analyzed by Bethgate, more detail. So, the style of translation is more artistic, refined, and precise. The next aspect is audience. Audience in Nida and Taber is general, especially religious texts. But in Bethgate is literary or professional readers. Why? Because they need more analyzing than translate by Nida and Taber. So the audience in Nida and Taber more general. In Nida and Taber, translator's role is to be message communicator. Yes, this message communicator. But in Bethgate, the translator's role is interpreter and stylistic CO creator. Okay, it's very different. And the last step is translator's role. So here the thing. What is the role of translation between the process by Nida and Taber and by Betke. So this is after we compare the translation process by Nida and Taber and Ronald H. Betke. So I hope you get the difference between them. Okay, and then the conclusion is Nida and Taber offer a simpler meaning-based model ideal for clear communication. Simpler meaning-based model ideal for clear communication. And then Betke proposes a more detailed, literary sensitive process that includes collaboration and revision. Understood? Yeah. Okay, let's move to the last thing that we will learn today. Types of meanings. There are 4 types of meanings that we will learn. This is according to Mona Baker. The first one is proportional meaning. The second one is expressive meaning. The third one is presupposed meaning. The last one is evoked meaning. Okay, let's check it out. First one is prepositional meaning. What is prepositional meaning? It's real imaginary words. Real. So the word is real. It has just one meaning. I give you an example here. It's chair. What the meaning of chair? Chair means chair. Is there another meaning? No. Chair is chair. You know. Chair means chair. What is chair? Something that we used to sit usually. Yeah, that's the point. And then the second example is table. What the meaning of table? Table is table. That's table that we usually use to study. You know. Yeah. Does table has another meaning? No. Table is table. So it is prepositional meaning. The real meaning, real imaginary words. Chair, table, lamp, bed, what again? Sunglasses, veil. So let's move to the second types of meaning. Second type of meaning. The second type is expressive meaning. What is expressive meaning? Expressive meaning, the 2 words have same meaning but different feeling. How it could be? I give you an example in Indonesia. When I say you are gemuk, what the meaning of gemuk? Gemuk is fat. Gemuk, you are gemuk. And I say you are gemprot. How do you feel? How do you feel? You are gemuk. Kamu gemuk. Kamu gemprot. It's different. Gemuk is like so, but if someone say you are gemprot, I hear that like wow, very very big. Yeah, that means expressive meaning. So same meaning but different feeling. The second example is kurus and krempeng. Oh my god, kamu kurus banget. Wah, kamu kurus banget ya. Maybe I will be happy if someone say to me, kamu kurus banget. I'm happy. But if someone say, kamu kok krempeng banget sih? Krempeng means like, you know, it's kekurangan gizi ya. That will hurt me, really. That expressive meaning. Understood? The third type of meaning. Yeah. Let's move to the third. Is presupposed meaning. Presupposed meaning. What is presupposed meaning? Presupposed meaning divided into 2 things or 2 restrictions. The first one is selectional and the second one is collocational. The first one is selectional restriction. Selectional restriction is words with a limited meaning and no broad interpretation. The example, handsome has a limited meaning. You know. Okay, let's compare with the beautiful. Beautiful. You can say the girl, you are beautiful. That's good. That sounds good. And then your hair is beautiful, and then your bag is beautiful, and then your t-shirt is beautiful. Beautiful can be used in many words. Not like handsome. How can I say the lamp handsome, and then oh my god, your phone is handsome, and then your t-shirt is handsome? It doesn't match. So that the selectional restrictions, words with a limited meaning. The example like handsome, you know. Okay. Next to the collocational restriction and presupposed meaning. Collocational restriction is a connector for other words which has no meaning and has no reason behind it. I give you examples here. Different from. Why the connector of different is from? Why not for? Why not of? Why? Why the connector of different is from? Has no reason. Okay, the next example is same as. How can I say same with same as? Actually same, the connector is as. Why same connected but with as? We don't know. Has no reason. That's namely collocational restriction. Understood? Okay, the last type of meaning is evoked meaning. The meaning arises from dialect and register. We divide it into two things. The first one is dialect. The example, dissertation. What do you think when I say dissertation? So of course I think dissertasi, which is for doctor college. In American, dissertation means dissertasi, but in British it means thesis. You know, thesis for magister college. Yeah. The second is register. Register, there are three types. The first one is field. It's depend on the field, depend on the thing what we talk about. It's like contract is legal, and then agreement is for business, and then deal is for usually we use every day. It's depend on something what we're talking about. The second is tenor. The example is the teacher talk to the student talk to the friend. Of course they will use different language. It means tenor. The example is submit. Teacher to student will say submit. Please submit your task. But the student to friend is turn in. It more like cocokologi ya. Jadi kayak nggak cocok gitu kalau misal namanya turn in. Teacher to the student. The last is mode. It's like formal and informal language. Okay, the example is assist. What is assist? Membantu, but it's formal language. In informal language, it is help. What is help? Membantu juga. But it's different, just formal and informal. See? So now let's identify with me the type of meanings. There are many words that we will identify together. The first one is betina and perempuan in Indonesia. Betina and perempuan, of course, different. This could be expressive meaning. Why? Because when we say betina, we feel that not usually like we use girl is perempuan, girl is betina ya. Untuk orang manusia itu kita bilangnya kalau betina tuh nggak cocok. So we say perempuan to the human, betina to the animal. You know. Second is meninggal and mati. It's selectional restriction because meninggal has limited meaning. Lampunya meninggal, it doesn't match. Kakekku meninggal, it's match. But maybe it's just for human. Lampunya mati, ayamnya mati, airnya mati, Firaun mati. Yeah. We can use mati in many words, in many sentences. The third, nya and ibu. This could be evoked meaning. It's dialect because nya is Betawi language. It's same Indonesian but Betawi dialect. And then ibu is generally Indonesian language. And the fourth thing is memberikan and ngasih. This could be evoked meaning because it's evoked meaning is the kind of register and mode because memberikan is formal mode and ngasih is informal. The fifth is tas and buku. This could be prepositional meaning because tas and buku doesn't have another meaning. Tas means bag and buku means book. Sixth is marah and ngamuk. This could be expressive meaning. Why? Because marah is angry, just angry in general, but ngamuk is very angry, might destroy anything around it, punches or like ngamuk is ngamuk. Okay, and yay, I finished my explanation. I hope you can understand what I explained to you. Thank you for watching, guys. Yay, I finished.